answer is, during his introduction, he probably covered, probably 90% of the UPSC journey that you guys will see over the next, course of 2 years. So I'm really humbled in his presence, and sir, with your permission, I will probably I'll just try to share my journey. Like sir said, everybody has their own strategy. So every year around 700 to 1000 people get through this examination, and there are 700 strategies. Trust me, nobody's strategy can be duplicated by anybody else, because your strengths, your weaknesses are unique. But before that, I would like to start with a quote of Gautam Buddha. He once said that you are what you think you are. So this is a very difficult journey. Like sir said, typically it takes you almost 10 months to a year to prepare. And the journey itself is divided into 3 phases. That itself is a year more. Prelims, mains, and interview. So, this will take you through a range of emotions. Trust me, you will laugh, you will smile, you will cry. I'm sure Rishabh will get to that. Anybody who has charted this journey, successful, not successful, they would have gone through the range of emotions. But trust me, after you have completed this journey, again, please do not often ignored aspect is, for every success story there are many who have not succeeded. That does not mean they are not good. There are only a few seats. So before you start, be very sure that do not make it about pride or ego, or do not get overly emotional or overly attached to this journey. This is an examination that you need to clear. Let it not define your life. Right, because I have met a lot of friends. I have many relatives in my circle who have charted this journey. Some got successful, some did not, and they are barely living. That should not happen, because there are many people. For example, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He never played UPSC, but he is one of the greatest souls that ever walked this earth. So this examination will not define you. However, if your dream is to be an officer, if your dream is to wear this country's badge with honor and pride, then this examination is for you. And give it your best. So, I'm not trying to undermine the fact that this examination absolutely worth all the hard work you put through. But again, be very careful as to what you're getting into, right? And be very cautious about the decision that you're making. That is first. Second, sir used the word perspiration. There's a great late Muhammad Ali. He was a great boxing fighter, one of the greatest champions ever. So he used to say that the more you perspire in the practice, the less you bleed in the battle. That means the harder you work during your preparations, the better will be the results for you, and you probably won't be breaking a sweat in the examination hall. So be willing to make those small sacrifices. Be willing to work very hard for this journey, because dreams are not something which you see when you sleep. Dreams are something which do not let you sleep. So be ready for that. So there are around 20 lakh people preparing for this exam at any given point of time in this country. 10 lakh odd apply and 7 lakh odd write, and ultimately only 600 odd get through. So that speaks volumes about the toughness of this journey. So so be mentally in that zone right from the scratch. I think all of you will be writing in 2020 if I'm not wrong. So you still you have a long way to travel. So many times you will feel fatigued, exhausted, but you just have to refuel yourself by thinking of the cause you started with. Like sir said, somebody wanted to give themselves a birthday gift. For me, I wanted to wear the badge of this country with a lot of honor. I come from a family of military officers, so I really wanted to ace this examination because I wanted to work for my country. So I have been working in the corporate sector, by the way, for the last 5 odd years. So I have seen, I have not seen the government side. I have seen my parents work there, and I have seen I myself have worked in the private sector as well. So you can do great work wherever you want. So do not constrain yourself thinking that where am I? Like sir said, you can be in Patna, you can be in Jammu Kashmir, you can be anywhere and still ace this exam. And even if you don't, you still can do great with your life. So please always have that belief, right? And find your own reason. What is your reason for writing this exam? Because that will keep you motivated. Trust me, when you are sitting, when all your friends are out partying, and I come from a corporate culture, so every weekend, there are parties. The clients give us parties. So every Friday I used to check out early. And when all your friends are out partying and you are at home writing answers for 2 hours or 3 hours, it really bores you and it really tries your patience. And then the only thing that will save you then is your own self-motivation. It can come from anywhere. For me, anytime I felt exhausted, fatigued, broken down, I just used to go for a run. listen to some motivational song. Like sir said, you can listen to Apna Time Aayega, or whatever motivates you. So find your motivation. Do not forget the reason you started this exam. The reason you are here. I mean, I'm sure all of you have your own reasons. So do not forget that. You know, write it on a piece of paper, stick it to the, make it your wallpaper when you're studying. So that will really help you. And apart from that, one more thing is this exam will teach you the value of even 2 minutes. So I was telling, I think somebody from SIR's, I was interacting with SIR's faculty members in Delhi when I went there for my mock interviews. So I was telling them, there were times in office where, I used to get, through one meeting, the next meeting was in 15 minutes. People go typically, catch a break, take some coffee, go freshen up. What I used to do is open some site and do a few MCQs. And this process has actually taught me the value of 2 minutes. And trust me, it will work. I still remember I was just getting off the cab, and these are things which stick to your mind and they stay with you. I was just getting off the cab, I was entering my office. I was reading something on Dabi. And in pre-examination, the first question I faced was on Dabi. First question. So you really don't know, where questions will come from, what will work for you. So whenever you have time, if you have decided to write this exam, give it your best. Does not matter if you are reading for 1 hour, 2 hours, 12 hours. See, there is no scale. If there are people who do it with 3 hours of studies. There are people who do it with 15 hours of studies. So that you have to figure out. What is your memory? What is the vantage point you are starting from, right? But make sure that even if you are studying for 1 hour, that that 1 hour or those 2 hours you are the hungriest. I mean, if you are sitting there, it has to be ruthless dedication. I mean, if I'm sitting there for 2 hours, I better come out with some new learning that I have achieved. Apart from that, talking about mentors, so my association with cancer started during my mains. So I was writing Sir's 1 hour challenge on YouTube. So he guided me on my answer writing. Like so getting back to the reason I bring it up is answer writing is very, very crucial. Like Sir said, that is the difference between what will make you an officer and what probably will not let you achieve your dream. Answer writing is a must. Anybody who has cleared this exam will tell you answer writing is a must. So what you learn, the content you grasp, that is a weapon in your hand, but you need to learn how to use it. You need to learn how to play with it, and that will come from practice. May it be preliminary test series writing or may it be answer writing for mains. So that is again very, very important. So I'm sure you will figure it out yourself, or probably you have enough mentors here to guide you through the journey. So so all the very best, everyone. Really happy to see you guys. I sense a lot of energy here. So I hope all of you clear and get your dreams. All the very best.